Hello, universe. Welcome to Off the Rails with Tom and Mark.
Welcome back, universe, to Off the Rails with Tom and Mark, episode 15, our first ever 15th episode of our second season.
Coming to you unscripted from the Coldwell Banker Home Sale Realty Studio here in warm, beautiful Grafton, Wisconsin.
And if, you know what, you're looking to buy or sell a home or interested in a career in real estate, email Roy at cbhsr.com, or give him a call, 414-235-0763. They'd love to be your go-to for all your real estate needs. And we are here with the very talented Renaissance man himself, Mr. Ron the Hammer, right-hand Ron Purtee.
Hello.
We got a little bit of an echo there, Molly.
Echo, Molly.
That's from Ron's end.
Ron, you got to mute your computer there, buddy.
I haven't. I'm not stupid. I haven't.
There goes half our listeners.
Yeah.
That's not me.
I loved when you had that awesome interview in your movie and we heard a phone ringing, and I'm like, oh, that better not be Ron's pocket. Shit.
Digital film is expensive, Tom. We can't reshoot that.
All right. Ron, you are an actor, a director, a writer, a stand-up comedian, a fellow podcaster, right-hand Ron the Hammer, Purtee. Thank you for stopping in, Ron.
Hey, no problem. It took me a lot to come from my couch to this part of my house.
Hey, I'm glad you got a good thing going for you there.
All right.
All right. This week we find out about microphone jamming bracelets, Utah middle school not allowing anyone to say no at dances. Yeah, doctors weigh in about shoving frozen potatoes up your anus. Mark's beard may have started the apocalypse. A Spanish Holocaust carnival. An adult film shot at a public library. But first, Ron, it's going to be the hot seat.
It's the hot seat! Can Ron hear this?
No,
It's a long song. Settle in.
I've heard it before. But
Go to the bathroom, get a drink.
All right, hot seat question. First of all, we got an inside joke here. So why do you want to punch Mark?
Hey.
Why not?
What did old Mark ever do to you?
I don't know.
I'm just a little Polish man over here.
Okay.
Oh, Seth's watching and he says, no cussing still? Seth, yes.
Yes.
We will.
We will, definitely. Don't worry about that. All right, Ron, how would you test an elevator?
Watch other people go on first.
That's a great answer.
I don't want you being in charge of elevator inspection.
Okay, I think the elevator's ready.
All right, one more person. Get in there. Oh, that's one too many.
All right.
Ah, shit, they're dead.
Not again.
Yep, that's why you prepay your elevator testers. All right. Would you take a job for $100K a year to be an IT teacher at a retirement home?
Yes.
Oh,
Yes?
Totally. Sign me up.
Really? Trying to get them to do a task on the computer?
Yeah. And we start slow.
Well, I look at it this way.
Okay.
If they piss you off, you have access to the retirement home. You come in the middle of the night and you put a pillow over their face, and you don't have to worry about it again.
That's one way to do
$100K
it.
is a hell of a retainer for a lawyer.
Eventually, you're going to be in an empty classroom by yourself, getting paid.
Yep. Hey, don't throw those pills out. I can sell them. I'm going to be up to $250K a year. All right. What's the most important part of a sandwich?
The meat.
The meat?
Oh, the
Yes.
bread.
Or the insides, I guess.
Yeah. Okay.
Oh, no. I need something to keep my fingers clean.
That's what like a wipe is for?
Yeah.
I'm home. I'm a stay-at-home dad. I'm by myself
Mark's
with
got-
a 2-year-old running around.
Chunks all in his beard, but the shiny
Yeah,
hands.
I got a hoagie in one hand and a 2-year-old in the other, and never
Well,
the
then you should
twain
have
shall meet.
wipes in your back pocket, waiting to get to go, to put to use.
Seth says the sauce.
The sauce?
Yeah.
Ooh, yeah. I've been putting salad dressing on my sandwiches lately.
You're getting fancy.
Yeah.
Dry sandwiches are ass.
it
This
depends.
is true.
Yeah.
If you got avocado on there, that's like a self-saucing thing.
Yeah,
Well, aren't we fucking fancy with our avocado?
Whoa.
I still
When
love
did you run
sauce.
into money? Who died in Susan's family that left you a ton?
Well, I finally went to a doctor, and my cholesterol is borderline high, and avocado is a good thing for people with high cholesterol.
Did you get the finger yet?
No, that's 50, or is it 40? I don't know. No, I didn't get that.
I'm switching doctors then.
Well, maybe your family has risks.
No, he was sick. He had
Was
something
sick.
else going on.
Are you sure it was a doctor?
Doctor?
It was Fuzzy or Molly. I think she was there.
Yeah, he had both hands on the table and
Seth is killing it. He says avocado sucks. It's the white person's pickle.
He's so right.
Yes, it is.
We got to talk, speaking of avocado, about your guacamole, man. You got to change it up
Why?
because it sucks.
My avocado is the best.
Yeah, that's all you do. It's avocado.
And garlic and lime.
That's it.
Everything else is just fillers. The
You
restaurant
need some
can screw
spice
you.
in there.
Yeah, you got to put
Garlic and lime. Those are what you put in.
Cilantro.
tomatoes, cilantro, salt.
No, that's filler.
Just mash up.
Yeah.
Do you like pour a can of diced tomatoes and then say, "Hey guys, enjoy your salsa.
Well,
Here's some
salsa.
garlic and lime."
Salsa translates as sauce, so you need more things. Guacamole is just mashed up avocado with a little bit of lime to stop it from changing color and a little bit of garlic for flavor.
All right. Well, I'll bring my own tomatoes and cilantro and salt and pepper.
That'd be like if you had a nice big steak in front of you, and then you cut into it and you see it's filled with hamburger. They just put some cheaper shit in there.
All right. Ron,
Yes.
what mildly annoying curse do you wish you could lay on people? Like, I think I would love to lay a curse on somebody where, like, if they have an interesting thought, they forget it for a minute.
Diarrhea.
Diarrhea.
Yep.
That's why I went to go see Dr. Chen, and he stuck his finger up my butt. That was more than mildly annoying.
That would be fun if you could just like subtly point at someone and know their bowels are emptying as you do it. Bam! Cut me off in traffic.
I'm pointing at Mark and it's not working.
Whoa!
The weirdest thing you used to do as a child. I used to get completely naked to take a poop.
Well, I still put my if I have the option, I'll take my pants completely off to poop.
Like, would you take your socks off too?
No, I'm not having
Yeah.
sex.
No, I'd take everything off.
Well, you can really air out then. Really go spread eagle. I see the benefit of that.
You can face the other way then.
Ventilation will help fighting rashes too.
Yeah? Okay.
I don't really know. I mean, what I did as a kid. That's a good question.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't know.
What's Seth killing it again? Yeah.
He says he wishes he could give people horrible gas whenever they were around their crush. That's mean.
Oh, that'd be awesome. Speaking of this, my dad taught me a fun game at the casino that he likes to play when he's like out of money, but all his buddies still are there playing. So what you do is you see like an old couple and you walk past them and you crop dust them, and then you like hide behind a slap machine and you just watch the old lady start slapping the old man.
See who blames who first.
Yeah, it was. He totally taught me that. I'm like, this is a real good father-son moment.
My dad used to do that to people too, but my dad also wore T-shirts out to breakfast that said, "I'm not a gynecologist, but I'll take a look." And then left. And then when I didn't, he would leave messages on my Facebook on my birthday. "Hey, happy birthday from your sperm donor." He's a real stand-up guy. But I think we can get into that when we talk about my movie.
All right, yeah, we'll get in. Well, if you want to get into that, we'll get it. Something not necessarily you love to eat, but something you eat all the time. And I got this because I was packing my lunch for work, and I always put a granola bar in there. And I finally told Molly, like, I don't even like granola bars. Why do I eat one every single day?
Keeps you fuller longer. That's good soluble fiber.
I don't even like
oven roasted turkey from the same people who make bologna. I forget who it is. Oscar
Jenny
Mayer.
O or Oscar Mayer. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know why, but I don't love it. I just feel compelled to have a turkey and cheese sandwich every day
Yeah.
because I'm very, very white.
My food's got to be white
Slip
too.
an avocado in there, dude, and you're gonna be
have
living
a
large.
pickle.
Yeah.
Seth says he farts in casinos to get rid of the cigarette smell.
Can you smoke in at Pato?
Yeah.
Okay.
They have
Otherwise it'd be
special
empty.
sections.
Well, now they have sections.
Okay, I haven't been there in decades.
Okay. Now, this is a question I asked myself this week again.
Who is that sexy man in the mirror?
No, because I saw somebody and I'm like, you know what? I should start running again. Now, when is the last time I ran? When's the last time you actually ran?
It was Tuesday. I ran to get a game card from the volunteers at the hospital my mom's in because they have this game that's kind of like Scrabble and all this other BS put together. And I always win all the games because I'm competing against coma patients and the elderly and infirm. So my mom has like this huge box full of teddy bears that she won from there because of me. So I ran to get the card because fuck those old people.
There you go. When's the last time you ran?
Daily.
You run daily? Oh, you got a 2-year-old.
You blink, that 2-year-old is gone.
It was the last time I ran, I figured it out that it was over a year ago when my uncle fell off the roof and broke both his legs. So it took a medical emergency for me to like take off on a run.
I was at Bed Bath
And that was just getting out of the way so he didn't land on me.
I was at Bed Bath & Beyond a couple of days ago searching for curtains with my wife because that's what you do. And Helen, our 2-year-old, was there, and then she just disappeared. We couldn't find her. We looked in the store for like 3 minutes. Guess where she was?
Where?
Hiding behind a curtain.
There you go.
I used to hide behind the clothes racks, like the circular ones. I would hide in the middle of them.
You know, I really hate the current trend of curtain talk here. Curtains right now, they want to go like full, like from the top of the wall to the bottom of the floor. So an entire adult could be standing behind those curtains. I don't want that in my house.
You've watched too many horror
Mark,
movies.
do you have track lighting in your house?
Track lighting. No.
Okay, never mind. Never mind. Never mind.
Okay.
All right. Let's do a couple announcements.
Sure.
We're going to do a podcast shout out to Sweats and Suits for watching and Bedroom Radio for watching also. Sweats and Suits is hilarious. You got to watch them. Bedroom Radio. I love you guys.
Yeah.
They're on late at night, so it's awesome. The Bedroom
So you
Radio.
and Molly cozy up and listen to it?
Yeah. We're going to shout out to Drinks with Brandon. He's Eastern Kentucky fans out there. He's a funny dude, smooth Eastern Kentucky voice, and he goes nonstop by himself for an hour without a script.
Nice southern drawl.
Yeah.
Ooh, I like
So
that.
It's like without a co-host, without anything. That's just impressive. to
Who
me.
needs a co-host when you have a sexy accent?
Yeah.
Seth says thanks, and while we're doing shout-outs, the Utterly Insane just tuned in.
Oh, Utterly Insane. All your conspiracy theories, paranormal, Bigfoot, everything, they cover it. They're going on field tests.
Ooh, where are they going?
You got to tune in.
Oh,
They
there
got
you
a
go.
bunch of new fun toys.
So, yep. Twisted Dreams Film Festival, April 16th to the 19th at the Times Cinema. Lloyd Kaufman will be there. We will be there. So flip a coin who you want to hang out with, I guess.
we'll be free.
Yeah.
Lloyd might be a little bit.
It's a great place to meet all kinds of filmmakers, watch excellent Twisted films all day. And just to let you know, there's no roped off areas, so you can be that guy.
Yeah.
Talking to all the filmmakers.
Hey, Ron, last year you had a short at the Twisted Dreams. Do you have anything in it this year at all? Any plans?
I would to save myself the trouble, I refuse to comment.
There you
Fair
go.
enough.
Don't worry about it.
Very mature of you.
A lot happened this week for Destination Dino Liam Comedy Night. It will be here at the NSAA
Ooh.
May 9th, 7 to 9:30. I believe we have 12 plus performers from around the Midwest that signed
Nice.
up to do this. It is pay what you can. If you got a buck, we'll let you in.
All for charity?
All for charity.
There we go.
We got sponsors. Everything's covered. We're not making a dime. It's all going to them. You can also bring, say you didn't use a restaurant card from Christmas, they'll take it.
Oh, yeah.
They'll take gas cards. They'll take child pajamas, preferably button up. What?
Yeah, for all the tubes and stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, when Helen was born, she was premature. She had tubes coming out of her everywhere and all that button stuff. Made a
So
lot of
the
sense.
charity is they, if you have a child that's diagnosed with cancer, they send you on an all expense paid trip,
Yeah.
gas, everything.
Make a wish
and,
style.
You make memories with them. So
Yeah, take the kids somewhere fun.
Coldwell Banker sponsoring the location. Laughing Grass Hemp will be donating all of the booze,
Hey.
and all the sales is going right to Destination Dino Liam. Digital Edge, they're doing our posters again, so they're right here in Grafton. Everything is donated. Come thirsty and get ready to see the best Midwest has to offer. We'll get into some stories, but this is still an announcement. Today, Miller Lite, listen up, guys, is posting a QR code to Instagram and Twitter accounts, so you can get a free 24-pack of Miller Lite.
Hey, I like Miller Lite.
So you have to scan the code. You'll have to use a computer or someone else's phone, and the code will take you to a site where you can submit a receipt for a 24-pack purchase today, and the cost will be refunded to like your PayPal account or something.
Nice.
So you can go get a free. We're gonna need. I should do that just because we're gonna. This is gonna be a
Stock our
green
fridge.
room.
Yeah.
Green room for the comedians on the comedy night.
Miller Lite
So-
was my go-to drink for the longest time.
Me too, and then my gut said no. Then I switched to Bush. All right. So here is a prototype. What do you think about this here, Ron? Ultrasonic bracelet jams the microphones around you. I got a little picture here. This is the wearable jammer. So his smartphone is jammed. The voice assistant is jammed. It looks like no one else is here, Mark. You can turn this.
Hold on, I
It
can-
looks like a ridiculously oversized.
Jingle toy.
Yeah.
So it would make it so your phone.
It looks
couldn't
like a
hear you.
I would
tambourine
guess
around
that
your
was
wrist.
like a reindeer collar or something that you would see at Christmas time on a front yard reindeer.
That is
I mean,
crazy
I've-
looking.
I mean, for the paranoid who think everybody's listening to them,
Well,
I guess
everybody
Well,
is listening.
Alexa and all those personal assistant things, they are listening.
But
I
can you
don't
turn
give a
it?
shit.
You'd
What's
have
the
to.
government? What does the government want to know? What kind of porn I'm watching? Because I mean, I already have a file with the FBI about how many times I touch my dick.
Well, it's Amazon wants to know. Jeff Bezos, he's got the fever and he's got to know how many times.
If he wants
go
to
to
come over
town.
and watch, that's fine. Just bring a couple million, and he can watch all he wants. I'll even aim for his bald ass head.
Ron froze on us, by the way. His
Oh,
video feed.
Molly, you're gonna have to call him back real quick. Right quick. We'll finish this up here, Ron.
Okay.
That means you go to work.
So Molly will fix this super fast. So while
Super
Tom and
fast,
I
don't
fill
worry
for
about it.
time.
The bracelet isn't designed for fashion, but I like the idea that you can
Well,
fight back against those
you
devices
can
somehow.
shrink it down a little bit.
Oh, that's Mach 1. That's the prototype.
Should I hang up?
Molly's coming over to do it.
Don't worry.
Well,
It's
kinda
estimated it
like
could cost
Ron,
you $20.
if you, I assume this is for like you go to someone's house and they've got the smart speaker
Mhm.
and you don't want to be recorded because if you're wearing this around your house, just don't have that stuff in your house.
Well, it's going to be a battle back and forth, so this is only going to work for so long until the next Alexa.
Oh yeah, they'll outsmart it somehow.
And then they'll outsmart it, and you'll just have to keep buying. Alexa probably built this.
Ah!
Don't worry. Okay, Ron is back. Sorry about that, universe. That's what happens on a live show.
Thank you, Molly.
Speaking of
Flawless.
live shows, per the curtain back, we had a perfect, beautiful feed for 5 minutes, and then Ron froze and our camera turned green.
Right when Mark walks in the
Right
door.
when Mark walks in.
God damn it!
God damn it, Mark. All right. Speaking of Mark, should we just go right to his beard?
Sure.
Because
Real quick, Seth asked when the comedy night was. It's a May 9th.
May 9th at 7 to 9:30, but you can come on in early.
Here on 1111 Broad Street.
1111 Broad Street, right here at the NSAA. All right, so we're going to just go out of order here because we said Mark walked in, and it's hard to find a segue on a live show. CDC recommends men shave their beards to protect against the coronavirus.
Yeah, it's also like if you have to have an oxygen mask or those, not oxygen masks, but those just face masks for not spreading the flu or whatever.
Yep. We have facial hairstyles and filtering face piece respirators.
Yeah, my brother-in-law is a cop, and
Mhm.
he is not allowed to have like full chin strap mustache stuff like I do because it interferes with oxygen masks in case he gets shot. So they have similar rules for policemen. That's why all the cops have that handlebar mustache, because that's the biggest thing you can do and follow the rules.
I got a list of all the beard shapes. There's 36 of them. And notice how they call this the toothbrush, and everybody knows it's
Oh, it's
the
the
Hitler-
Dorothy. Yeah. It is the Dorothy stash. Well, that is one. No one knows why he cut his beard that way, but one of the theories is because of gas masks and gas attacks in World War One.
Oh, that's a good idea.
Joe says he'll slap Mark.
What if I do a Hitler
And-
stash?
I don't know.
Or is this just let's all hit
It's
Mark
just
show?
it's a random. I don't know.
No, I'm
And
going to hit Mark.
Ian says he's never shaving his beard.
All right, well, you know what?
It's a good thing I can't grow one.
Yeah.
Mark, get your wretched ass petri dish fuck face out to the razor store and shave that. You're gonna kill us all.
I could go goatee. Put that graphic back on, or is it too late?
No, we got it.
All right, let's see what I can have here.
Okay, what can you have?
Okay, I could do
Chin
the
curtain.
clean shaven. Okay, that one's good. Soul patch. I had a soul patch when I was a younger man, and I don't like those pictures.
What about the villain? Can you pull that off? No,
It's too high maintenance. I'm a low maintenance man if no one's figured that out. I could.
I have an idea. If you raise X amount of money at the comedy night for charity, the beard's got to go.
I've shaven it off before.
But we'll just leave this picture up, Ron. It's good, decent looking picture of you. You froze again.
We got good audio quality.
We got great audio. Let's just keep going.
Yeah, why not?
I'll tell you what, Tom. If you grow a goofy mustache, I'll shave mine off.
I like the whole feed. It's mutton chops that come with the mustache.
Those are proper Civil War general mutton chops right there.
Yep. So.
I lost my leg in the Battle of Gettysburg.
All right.
I actually had to wear one of those masks today at the hospital, and they are the most uncomfortable pieces of shit ever.
Okay. So it would have been worse if you had a beard, right?
I've worn similar.
If I was a grown man and could grow one, yeah.
I've worn similar masks for like drywalling or demo around the house because I have an old house. There's probably lead everywhere. So I've yet to find one that's comfortable that doesn't still fill my mouth with drywall dust or whatever it is. Maybe it's the beard. That could be.
So in a follow-up, Ron brought this story to us. Nearly 40% of beer-drinking Americans won't buy Corona due to the coronavirus.
I buy no Corona. Buck stops here.
So what do you think about...
The other night I was working the door and she put her bottle of Corona on the table to go outside and smoke, and I noticed there was a lime in there, and I said, "Look, bitch, you're going to give me Corona and you're going to give me Lyme disease. Thanks a lot."
I'll give you one of them, Ron. All right. So, yeah, it's just insane that people really think that they're related. So,
well, I mean, clearly the problem is people are stupid, and they're not washing their hands enough, and they've got super sexy beards, and all these other problems that are causing the spread of this disease.
All right. A middle school in Utah requires kids to dance with anyone who asks, and one mom is fighting for her daughter's right to say no. What do you think about that solution?
I think having your heart ripped out of your chest by the girl you have a crush on is a rite of passage for all men.
Yeah.
And at some point, you need to be kicked in the nuts, figuratively speaking, by your crush.
I don't know. Some people don't have the gumption to be able to handle it. You know what I mean? I wish that something like this was going on back in the day. Somebody would have danced at me in my 8th grade dance.
No, you'd have just went and asked whoever. But what about the girl who has a line of 40 guys long wanting to dance with her?
Or the flip side of the idea that you're not allowing a woman to say no.
Yeah.
You're disempowering her. I'm more in favor. I'm against this.
Yeah.
I
totally.
think guys.
It's bullshit. Yeah.
Yeah. I didn't get danced with until I was in my mid-20s.
Yeah.
So I sympathize with the fellas, but hey, like the gays say, it gets better. So,
I also wore red shoes to my 8th grade dance. That's probably why I was not covered in young pussy.
Were they Judy Garland shoes with?
No, like the man with the red shoes from Tom Hanks.
Oh, okay.
No. The trick is you got to be like me and just wait outside smoking a cigarette, drinking a beer after the dance, and pick them up after the chicks are all hot and bothered.
Yeah, because the YMCA dance really gets a woman going.
Yes, it does. All right, she's ready to go.
So yeah, I'm with the mom on this one. I think it's important, and you know what, guys, rejection is a part of life, and it sucks.
You can't tell someone they can't say no. That's just insane.
Or what if they're tired? What if they've been dancing all frickin' night and they just want to sit down and have some punch?
And then they didn't get to ask anybody to dance. Come on, Utah, let's get it together.
If you're going to play that game, it's got to be Sadie Hawkins style. The boys can't say no. The girls have to ask.
It's Utah. What do you expect?
Yeah. They finally got rid of the near beer, so you can actually get a real beer in Utah.
Well, not on the high school campus, I imagine.
Well, that was middle school.
Middle school.
Yeah. All right. Doctors are warning people not to insert frozen potatoes in the latest home remedy.
Not to?
Not to.
Oh, we
What
gotta
the
take
fuck am I
a
gonna
break
do
here.
tonight then?
Yeah. So it's the latest home remedy for hemorrhoids.
Okay.
And a lot of people are too embarrassed to go to the doctor, especially if you got one as free fingered at Dr. Chen.
Isn't a hemorrhoid you would know, a
It's
tear
like a swollen
in your
vein.
gut bag? Or am I thinking of something
No,
else?
that's a hernia.
A hernia. Yeah, I'm thinking of hernias. You're
Hernia is like an infected vein by your anus
right. Okay.
that swells up and is sore.
So the cold hard surface is what they think soothes.
Well, that is what soothes, but they think
Okay.
something in like the potassium in the
Are we
potato.
talking little
So-
baby potatoes, or are we talking big old russets?
You cut them in the small pieces and then you stick them in the freezer. So
Or just get some frozen hash browns and shove them up there.
there you go,
Hey.
save time.
And you're thawing your breakfast hash browns.
Yeah.
Except then you wouldn't
It's
know
like a
if
French
you got
fry
them all back
size.
out.
Okay. Well,
You
I
don't
suppose,
start with a wedge.
I suppose you got to skin them because no
Yeah.
one cleans their potatoes good enough.
Yep.
Brandon Caudle says hi.
Hi. Hey, how's it going?
He says, "What up, guys?"
Brandon, right?
Yeah.
You missed your shout out, Brandon. We'll do it again. Drinks with Brandon. I already did it, but don't worry. You can go back and listen because this is like Ron's movie, rewatchability.
Yeah.
So we'll get into that. So they're saying don't put frozen potatoes in your anus.
What if they're thawed?
Okay, but this is a repeat process. You have to do it every 30 seconds
Every 30
So-
seconds.
So
Why?
what
because
should
it
I
warms
do?
up pretty quick.
What should I do?
Try the Tux wipes.
Well,
Those are amazing
they make creams and stuff. Why potatoes?
because you can get a 5 pounds for $1.
That's a lot cheaper than, say, a back massager covered in KY jelly.
Oh, geez, Mark, you're gonna kill me with that. Repeat the process for 3 to 5 days,
Woo!
and you leave each slice inside for 30 seconds longer every time you do it.
Okay.
So you're building it.
Okay.
All right.
This is
So
a
it's-
big thing in Idaho.
The article is warning you not to do it,
Yeah,
This brought to you by the Idaho Examiner.
but it's telling you how to do it.
It's telling you exactly what to do, but then don't do it.
If you're gonna do it, now I'm not saying you should, but add 30
Yeah,
seconds
You're
every
gonna want to
time.
get the russets. They're cheap.
Oh my
Cut them into
gosh.
French fries.
I like the yellow potatoes personally. I think they fry up nice.
And then when you're done with them, you put them on the cookie
And
tray
if
and
we're-
throw them in the oven.
And if we're talking mashed, you gotta go red.
I like red.
Yeah,
Yeah, for mash.
that's the high life right there.
All right, so don't do that.
Welcome to Potato Talk. We're here with Ron Purtee. Ron, what's your favorite potato?
The kind that fits nicely into my ass.
So baking potatoes.
So the state fair record holder.
Yeah, I need a big bag, like a 10-pound bag. That's the only way it's gonna fit.
All right, Molly, I'm gonna need my screen for this. You want to see the worst idea Spain probably had in a while? Spanish carnival commemorating the Holocaust with lingerie-clad female Nazis, a gas chamber float, and dancing concentration camps sparks fury among Jewish groups.
Okay.
Hold on. Hold that thought.
Yeah.
I mean, that
Your
is
mo-
a sexy Nazi right there.
Your mom says, "Why not carrots?" And Mark Joshua,
Because
Utterly Insane says,
carrots suck.
Baby carrots?
I'm putting a carrot in my butt.
They Utterly Insane says they'll never eat potatoes again. So
All right. Spanish Carnival Parade commemorating the Holocaust. Ron, you're going to want to see this picture. Molly, you got my screen up?
Well,
I do.
Oh, my.
I have a few questions.
Yep.
From what I understand, the Holocaust happened in Eastern Europe, not Spain.
Yeah.
So why are they
I don't
even
know.
doing this?
Don't know.
I could see like if Poland, where Auschwitz is, was doing some sort of lighthearted jab at it. But what does Spain have to do with the Holocaust?
I don't know.
Is
What
my main
The
question.
fuck am I looking at?
Right?
I'm telling you. Yeah, Ron's on our Facebook delay,
He's on
but
the delay.
that's insane.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
Can they all get the coronavirus, please?
Just send it there.
they should parade over to Italy, where it's full of coronavirus. Well, I mean,
They got
here's the other thing.
hold on. If I go back, this is that is like Auschwitz with giant chimney stacks.
Here's the other thing. If you're going to do this, it's got to be Mel Brooks style every single person dressed as a Nazi has to be a Jew, preferably a Holocaust survivor. If we're going to have Hogan's Heroes, every single Nazi's got to be some old Jew who probably came out of one of those camps.
Wow.
'Cause
I don't know who greenlit
But these are
this.
like hot young chicks, so there's no way these are survivors. And yeah.
No.
This is why Taika Waititi made Jojo Rabbit, so people wouldn't do stupid shit like this.
So are they trying to be funny?
They're not succeeding.
I
No,
don't
they're
think
not.
They're trying to be funny.
No, I don't know. I don't speak Spanish, or I'd ask him.
Okay.
I wonder if they, you know what? I wonder if they speak ass whooping because they all deserve one.
Yeah.
You got to get permits and shit for. This is just a lady that's not looking, hates her job, and stamping yes on everything. Oh, a Holocaust carnival? Sure,
See?
fucking A. See, yeah. See.
Hi, yes, I'm here to get a permit to objectify Jews about 65 years after 6 million of them died. Oh,
did
sure,
You,
here you go, clunk.
did you meet the lingerie quota?
Yeah, we got the lingerie quota up.
Wow.
All
I mean,
Let's go
yeah.
into one that will hit closer to home for Ron here.
Oh, boy.
All right, so
Speaking of Ron Purtee, shorts.
an adult film shot at a Santa Public Library during business hours.
Is this one of those, she's just slowly showing her nips to her webcam? Or
No,
is
this
a
is full on.
This is
This
full
is
on?
a full on fucking.
All right. How did they...
So it's basically The Girl Next Door.
Speaking of
Remember
permits...
that movie, The Girl Next Door?
I remember the movie. I didn't see it.
Yeah, they ended up shooting a porn in the library of the high school during prom.
Well, at least that's off hours, right? No one's there during
no
the
one's
prom.
there.
So, I mean, now, Ron, if
No.
you have to get filming permits and shit,
Yeah,
right?
but,
and you need to get permission
like,
if you're going to film somewhere.
This is our lead-in. A lot of short film makers just skip the permit process. So this is what this guy did.
sure some run and gun style.
Unless
get some
she
quick
wants to slip
pickups.
it into that Spanish lady that just green lights everything.
No, yeah, a lot of short filmmakers they do a lot of the run and gun kind of to hell with the permits because I mean technically speaking, when I shot for sale, I needed a permit to shoot, even though it was because it was a private business.
Mhm.
But because of JJ, he was cool with it, and he was teaching people how to pour drinks. Yeah.
So how does it say how long the scene is?
Let me get that info for you.
Because okay, if
Does it say where I can watch it?
from what I understand, if you're
Yeah,
filming
you
a
can
porn
find it.
scene, it takes several hours to film these things. It's not just real time.
This
shot.
guy is supposedly known for his run and gun, so he gets
Well, when it comes
paper
to-
clicks.
When it comes to porn, the guy does not last that long. He
No.
usually ends up finishing in between, and they cut it all together.
Yeah.
So yeah.
You're there all day. Plus, you got to turn the AC a little high so everyone's nips get nice and hard.
So
Because
I
after
can imagine the librarian walking by going, shh.
okay.
oh man. So yeah, I thought that was.
Huh.
I'm just like, hey, that's kind of.
Well, now it begs the. I kind of want to see the clip just to judge it for lighting and production value.
Okay. They just had that
Like-
happen in Milwaukee at a
And how
at a
quick it
gas
makes you
station.
come.
Yeah.
Because like Ron, you're for sale. You had good solid lighting. How long did that take to set up?
I wasn't really paying attention. I was dealing with the actors. I let the
Okay.
DP deal with
But
that.
it takes some time. You
Yeah,
don't
oh,
just
no,
show
it's
up
not-
with your
it's not
camera.
It's not a 5-minute process.
Yeah.
It's
Well,
good.
How
Yeah.
early were we there before they started shooting? Because we got there when they started setting up.
But we hit good traffic, so we got there a little early.
So Ron, how long was for
Hold
sale?
hold on. We gotta properly do this.
Well, this is tangential to the story.
Interview time. We're
right.
done with that story.
Well,
We're gonna
real quick,
get-
let me just finish my line here. How long was for sale the short? Was it 5 minutes?
6.
And how long did it take to film?
About 4.5 hours.
So 4.5 hours to 6 minutes.
Mhm.
I'm assuming porn is going to take even longer to make the 6-minute thing.
I'm sure they just did a run and gun. I didn't look it up.
I would have performance anxiety. That's too much pressure. The cameras alone is a lot of pressure, Tom. And now there's a
Unless
ticking
they
clock.
shot with an iPhone.
Well, that's why you're
Yeah.
not doing porn.
Yeah,
Oh, Mark.
Joe says, "Don't forget points for style and technique."
Yeah, you got to hit all the bases. You got to do all the positions. You got to finish with a All right. On to
This-
the interview.
It supposedly was her walking up, like flashing everything, and then doing flashing around, whatever, and then
And then cut to the hardcore scene.
as soon as
You know, there
someone was
isn't enough
looking.
story in porn these days. I need to know
Well,
how they went from "Hi, how are you?" to balls to the walls
how
over a barrel.
many people go to libraries these days? Is
Well,
it always packed?
I'm going to start going more now.
Well, the library is a great way to rent videos for free.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, Cedarburg Library has a bunch of people donate relatively new stuff too.
And audiobooks.
Yeah,
Okay. Well, they got to keep up a little bit.
yeah. They don't have an adult section, unfortunately.
A live porn shooting section. You got to rent that room out or reserve it.
You know,
All
they
right.
did have study rooms you could reserve at UWM. I wonder if something's ever been filmed in one of those.
I guarantee it. I went to UWM, sir. I can promise you. All right, Mr. Ron Purtee of Ron Crow Productions, and Ron has a website.com. How are you doing?
I got the Bud Light virus, but I'm okay.
Up a little less than the coronavirus, a little less expensive.
Less filling.
It's
Yeah.
it's the actual flu. It's not the one that's gonna kill.
Everybody?
Not the pandemic one.
A or B?
Yeah. All right, Ron, you just put out a movie. Let's talk about Imposter.
Yes, let's.
Your first full feature. It was like 82 minutes long.
Yep.
And it's only $5. Go to ronhasawebsite.com.
Actually, it's something I should mention. Now you can get it on DVD for 10, and
Okay.
everything's up at ronhasawebsite.com.
Awesome. So, how would you describe this? How would you give me the elevator pitch?
It's a documentary about my 10 years as a filmmaker, podcaster, and what's the other thing I did? I can't remember. There's so much.
Stand-up comic?
Yes, there you go.
So it's kind of a
Gotcha.
retrospective.
Thank you for remembering my life better than me.
No problem, Ron.
We just watched it.
So it's kind of film cool. You do an interview in a comic book store, and then who was doing the interviewing in that?
Michael Vyers of the Shameless Picture Show.
Okay, there you go. You interviewed it in the comic book shop. You talked about like some of your first things, and then you showed the entire short film.
Right, and a lot of people have had issue with that, but I look at it like this. Nothing I've put out has hit more than, say, 1,200 views on YouTube, and we all know when it comes to YouTube, 1,200 is nothing.
Yes.
That's nothing. So a lot of people who might be seeing this film will be seeing that stuff for the first time, so
Mhm.
it won't feel like, oh, this is really long. It's like, oh, I've never seen this before. But
Plus-
people who've seen it are going to watch it and say, oh, yeah, it's a little long there. It's like, yeah, well, then fast forward it.
Plus, you get to give your like before and after. It's like a little leading.
Yeah,
up
you get a
to,
little commentary, too.
Yeah.
Yep. So I actually watched this film twice because the first time I didn't give you a fair shot. I had Mark, Susan, and Molly over.
We were coming and going. Tom was making dinner.
Tom was
I was
cooking.
setting up a
cooking
board game.
ribeyes on the grill, and those things flare up. I got to watch them. So I was kind of in and out, and I'm like, oh, no, I got to sit down and watch this. It was better the second time when I actually sit down and focused on it. So I don't think it's like a movie you want to put on at a party.
No.
I think this is like you got to just sit down and focus on watching a movie. So that's the way you got to watch it.
That's not necessarily a bad thing either.
No, that's not. And a lot of your short films have really great writing. Tell us about how you. Well, tell us what you want to tell us.
What's your writing process?
Yeah.
A lot of the times it's just like stuff that happens in my life. Like I'm currently working on a web series called Who Will Watch You Die? And it's about a guy who sits in the lobby of like a waiting room, basically, of a hospital, and he encounters different people while he waits there for his mom having tests run or things of that nature. It's a six episode thing, kind of like the BBC. I'm a big fan of British TV, and I think if you don't have enough story to tell in a 10 or 15 episode series, you shouldn't. You should tell the story you need to tell. Get the fuck out. And then I'm also working on the Becoming Undead feature film,
Ooh.
which is going to combine the shorts, but I'm not going to use the shorts. I'm refilming them, and I'm expanding on it.
That's the
and,
one you shot on a flip phone.
Yes, on a flip cam. Yeah, the, like old-ass flip cam.
Yep.
So I'm working on – I'm writing that. I'm more outlining that one than I am writing it. What else am I doing? I'm considering getting back in the podcasting game, but I'm not sure yet.
Oh, I
We'll see.
thought I had a whole bunch of questions. You showed me a bunch of stuff. I thought the Ron Purtee show was back.
We'll see. But here's another thing. I gotta make an announcement.
Okay.
Once my voice returns to normal human, I'm going to be doing a documentary for the social media massacre, which
Okay.
was not covered really at all in Imposter, and I'm going to be putting out a DVD to. It's going to be like the web series, the complete web series with the documentary. So that's going to be out before summer, I think. And then also, I just put up for sale the shorts collection, which has all the rest
Yep.
of the shorts on DVD.
A
You get
shorts
all that
collection
Ron has-
DVD.
Yeah, it's real short. It's only about 5:1. And it's that's also at ronasawebsite.com. So
That's awesome. All right, so we'll go back to the movie. What I got is you had Becoming Undead,
Right.
Social Massacre. I didn't catch the name. It went by really quick of the cheating boyfriend short.
Love is not enough.
Love is not enough. And then you did a couple solo acting. You got it. You got in front of the camera from behind the camera.
I did, and it started when I did. There's this YouTube channel called Film Riot, and they had a 1-minute film competition. And it's like, well, I don't know anybody I can do this with, so I did it myself. It was called First, and it's someone reacting to the first murder.
Okay.
And I didn't win, but I don't give a shit.
That's fine.
I got to make something, and that's when I realized that, hey, maybe I can do this in front of the camera. I don't have to worry about so much with the acting. But believe it or not, there are some DPs who don't want to work with a director who's also acting.
Okay.
They think that it kind of takes away from things. I'm just like, well, okay, whatever. But I haven't, unlike Jonathan's role in For Sale, I almost did that.
Oh,
but
wow.
it would have been a little. It would have extended how long we had to do it. But no, he's basic. I'm just gonna say it. He's basically me.
Okay.
He's basically saying my words.
Yeah.
So
I got an idea. Me and you, 1-minute film. We'll do it in the library. We'll get it done in
I
one.
can probably come quicker.
Okay. We'll do 2 scenes. Yeah, Jonathan Wachala is going to be he's in Chicago right now. That's where he lives.
Yeah.
He's coming back to Milwaukee, bringing up 3 more improvs, and they're going to be at our comedy night.
Awesome.
They're going to be opening up. So, yeah, we met Jonathan through Ron Purtee because we were in For Sale. Hey, Molly. That was really fun. And then, so now you really threw me off because I was going on the podcasting thing next.
We can do that. We can talk about it. Don't worry. It's in the back of my head. It never goes away.
How do you?
It's like herpes.
So, how do you, like, between me and Molly, we probably put, believe it or not, like 40, 50, 60 hours a week combining the editing work we do and the live shows and you are a one-man show. How would you juggle all of that in a podcast and then do all these awesome film things at the same time?
Well, because you guys are live, so that's another thing. That's a whole other thing.
Mhm.
I would always pre-tape my stuff. I wouldn't usually go live.
Yeah.
And so it allowed me to pre-tape a bunch of stuff and have it ready to go up. So if I had something else come up, I could just toss it up and not have to worry about it. It would already be done.
Yeah, banked episodes. We should get
Yeah.
one of them coming up soon. So, stand-up career.
Yes.
You were thinking about that again.
Yeah, kind of. I don't know though. It's stand-up is a very cutthroat industry.
Yeah.
And you have a lot of people who, if they see somebody coming up who is really good, are gonna be like, oh, they're after my spot. You know.
The
and
set in your movie, is that your only set, or have you developed other sets over time?
that was one of the last times I did stand-up.
Okay.
I was hosting a comedy night at the other McCulloughs. Yeah, that was probably one of my better sets too.
Okay.
Because I didn't film the stuff I did at
Because
the
my
Pride.
phone didn't ring.
Yeah, because my phone didn't ring. But I wish I could have the stuff I did at the Pride Festival in Kenosha because somebody
Okay.
was dumb enough to ask me to do that. I got up there, and you'd think that gay people would not appreciate Jeffrey Dahmer jokes, but they were the only ones that laughed.
Awesome. So now that McCullough's, speaking of festivals, are you still going to do Blank Fest?
Oh yeah, no. This one, the one that closed is the one downtown. The one we do Blankfest at is the one out in Georgetown, and that one is a lot bigger. That's one we've always
Yeah,
done.
explain what Blankfest is.
Blankfest basically, there's a 2-day event. You bring blankets, toiletries, clothes, whatever, and you get in to see the bands, and everything goes to the homeless shelters in the area. For the last couple of years, we've been able to fill all the shelters, and we had extra to give to like Kenosha. So yeah, we got that coming up again in December. We might do a summer one. I'm not sure. But that's always like the second weekend of December at McCullough's and Racine here. So, and then this year will be
That's really cool.
the 14th year.
Oh wow! See, when I first heard Blankfest, I was thinking like the movie Blank Man, and then I'm like, blank. What does
Yes,
that mean?
it's a giant festival for mentally challenged people.
Oh jeez. So up and coming filmmakers, what type of advice do you got for them coming up?
Same thing that I was told. Just go make something.
Just go do it.
Just go do it. I am one of those people who I will argue against film school
Mhm.
because by the time you get out of film school and you have these connections and all this stuff and you're PAing on movies, if you're making movies on your own, you'll be at the point you want to be by the time you get out of film school. If you're actually active about it, you've got people who will make one film and say, I'm a filmmaker, and then 10 years down the road still say they're a filmmaker, but they haven't done anything else. You know,
I
to
cooked
be a
once. I'm a
filmmaker-
chef.
Yeah.
You know, it's like to be a filmmaker, you have to make a film, and then I think to continue to be a filmmaker, you have to continue to make films. You know what I mean? It's like
Yeah.
me saying, I'm an Olympic masturbator. Well, I am, but that's besides the point.
Yeah. So when you're making these films, though, how do you get the money to do it? 'Cause- yeah.
It's funny you say that. With the exception of Imposter, I don't think that a budget has been over maybe 50, 60 bucks for any of
Wow.
my films. It's all my whole career is based on favors, and people. A lot of times, people will read the script and they'll really like the script and they'll want to do it. Like Deanne, who played Mary in For Sale,
Mhm.
she came up to play the role. She didn't get paid for it, because she liked the script.
Yeah, she was just having a good time.
Cool.
Yeah.
So
And I mean, you remember her and Jonathan were having a blast during during breaks.
yeah, and we
So-
kept getting told to shut up. You're
Yeah.
supposed to mouth words. That's I don't know.
No, yeah. Well, you guys had to be in the background.
Yeah. No, that was a good
That's because
time.
Tom can't whisper.
So how do you move? Like, what does it take to get over the hump to go from a $56 budget to companies wanting to give you money and sponsoring and
How do
then
you-
doing
when you
better?
break out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You just got to keep making stuff, and you have to try to at some point go out of your comfort zone.
Mhm.
Imposter was really out of my comfort zone because I don't like talking about my personal life that much. So I talk. I mean, I got pretty in depth.
Yeah, you
I
did.
think.
Yeah.
So
So
yeah, so-
as in depth as you want to get, but you let it all out on Imposter.
I did
And if you want to know what Ron said, it's going to cost you $5.
at least $5, unless you're a physical media fan, then it's 10.
Yeah. All right. So, Ron, anything else you want to say here? You got any more? You kind of shot through everything pretty fast and then threw me for a loop. I had some more podcasting questions.
Well, ask them. Go ahead. Go
So
ahead.
when's your podcast coming out?
Well,
Restarting.
I got to get my voice back because, as you can tell
Okay.
right now, I don't exactly sound that great. And I've been out of the game for a little bit, so I got to kind of reestablish things.
What do you think? 6 months you've been out?
Since the podcast festival.
I saw it slowly wearing on you because you were doing a lot of podcasts. Oh, yeah. I wanted to ask you other podcasts you were doing, you were putting on Twitch. Why were you doing it there? And what's the
'Cause
advantage?
I tried to do the live thing, and it just didn't work out for me because I like pre-taping. So,
Okay.
But yeah, so that's yay.
So if you're going to do the Ron Purtee show on the Maybe, is it a different format, same everything? Or are you
No,
going to
I'll probably go back to the way it was, kind of, maybe.
interviews?
It might be more more just like spewing my bullshit because it's hard to get guests.
Yeah.
And I was getting some big guests, so it's
Mhm.
not exactly easy to do that.
So when you get bigger
uh,
guests, are there certain rules or do you only get like a junket?
No, well, I was getting junket interviews, and those are great and everything, so I can say that I interviewed them. But you only get 10, 15 minutes.
Okay.
And then as you're interviewing them, somebody pops in and goes, all right, you've got 2 minutes left. It's like, what if I'm in the middle of a fucking thought, you jackass?
They don't
90
care.
seconds. So, Ron, one of the things I liked about Imposter was you did your old bit, I'm going to call it, about the strip mall and the two
that's
businesses
funny.
that were feuding. Maybe you could work some stuff like that, some audio skits into your podcast. Cause...
Oh, yeah, no, I had planned on that. That was part of the whole thing. And that was actually done with a professional voiceover guy I know out of Madison. His name is Jason Stevens. And have you ever watched The Tonight Show? And why would you? And you hear Morgan Freeman doing a voiceover?
Mm-hmm.
That's him.
Oh, okay.
So so he's really good, and he's just super talented. We came up with that on the fly.
It was a good book.
We sent scripts back and forth. I think over 25, 30 minutes, and he would record his, I would record mine, and then I just put it together. And now we know that Daniel's Tax and Accounting eats farts.
No, that was really good.
Yeah, I think you should do more comedy stuff. I thought that was the most memorable part of your movie.
I'm getting a lot of people telling me that
I think you should go in that direction.
I think you should go in the movie direction. Talk
No,
more about
no.
movies.
Comedy.
I was watching his podcast and I can't keep up. I'm learning stuff. Ron knows so much about movies that I couldn't be on his podcast. I couldn't join the conversation because I don't know half of these people. So I think you should do. And then he seems like you're always in a good mood when you're talking about movies. So I think that way. But movies do comedy movies only.
He could do a podcast that's comedy and then do movie reviews on the side. Wait, that's our shtick.
Oh, son of a bitch. So, yeah, do what you want to do, Ron. That's how it's gonna work.
It's all about being happy.
Yeah, that's it.
And
You were getting a little stressed out at the end there.
what's that?
I said you were getting a little stressed out at the end there.
I was, but the thing about it is like, you know, when Imposter, let's get back to that for just a second,
No problem.
kind of feels like, I don't know if it feels this way to anybody else, but it feels to me as like a chapter closing.
Yeah. Oh,
Like,
yeah.
Yeah, it felt cathartic,
It's
yeah.
on to the next chapter, because when we were doing the interview, I don't know if it. Also, if anybody is ever interested in it, I have the complete interview. It's 3 hours of just talking to me. So if
Wow.
that's something anybody's ever interested in, let me know, and I will we'll work something out. But there's a lot of stuff I left out of the on the cutting room floor.
You do any
Hashtag-
ASMR stuff where you whisper
Yes,
into the
exactly. I'm like-
microphone?
No, it's there's but at one point Michael says to me that I think that there's a comedy in you that needs to come out, and it's like,
Yeah.
maybe, and I have been watching a lot of Police Academy, so I fucking love them.
Zucker Brothers, yeah.
Oh, excellent. All right. Everybody, Ron, Purtee, thank you very much. Go to ronhasawebsite.com, $5. We still got a speed rail coming, Mark. You can pump the brakes a little bit. And check. Is that where you can find everything?
Everything. There's you can get the digital version of Imposter. You can get the DVD. You can get the DVD of the shorts collection. And I should probably say that none of the shorts are available online anymore. You have to get the DVD to watch them.
Okay.
So I figure it's been 10 years. They've been sitting there. If you haven't watched them, now you got to pony up, bitch.
There you go. Any other announcements?
Just the series, the Social Media Massacre DVD's coming out soon, and then what else? Yeah, and just the stuff I've been writing. That's about it, really.
Excellent.
And then the podcast might not be the Ron Purtee Show anymore.
Okay.
Uh-oh. But it'll
If
be
you-
on ronhasawebsite.com.
It will, yes. And if you've seen Imposter, you know exactly what the name will be. And Tom, I think you already know what I'm talking about.
I got it.
Yes, so.
All right. Ron, thank you very much. We're going to do a quick speed rail before we wrap things up. Research is being done on why some men kill their families.
They annoy him.
But then in that little article, it said the real question could be, why don't all men kill their families? I'm like, what am I reading?
Oh, right
They're
then.
lazy.
All right.
Yeah.
Okay.
Federal court rules that platforms can censor content. So that affects all of us.
Yeah, like I see it shouldn't be a law that they can't, but they should, in the interest of good public relations, choose not to censor.
Yeah, it's their business.
And it's their thing. And
Mm-hmm.
if you do that, you're just going to make other rivals. You're going to give them opportunities.
Yeah.
To
Yeah,
fill
but
that.
at some point, it all comes down to sponsorship and business decisions. And if it isn't making dollars, it isn't making sense.
That is true.
There you
Yep.
go.
All right, a baboon flees a New South Wales hospital from getting a vasectomy, and he takes 2 females with him.
All
a
right, all
baboon.
right.
Yep.
Okay, then.
All right, any guesses on this? Atlanta lights the Olympic cauldron for the first time since 1996. You want to know why?
They were
That
cold.
movie Richard Jewell.
Mark's reading it.
Yeah, I read it.
They're having tryouts for the Tokyo Olympics.
Yeah,
which
that
might not
that's-
even happen now.
Yeah, which would be a shame, but safety first, I guess.
Yeah.
Marijuana in bra leads to bigger busts.
Is that a pun? Like a drug bust?
Yeah, that's what it is. Cops, that was the headline, so I totally clicked it. A lady was arrested. They found drugs on her, and then they found drugs in her bra, and it turned it into a felony. So
The drugs she had stashed in her bra just bumped it up
bumped
to
it
felony
up to a
level.
felony. I'm like, you
Them
son of a
kids
like-
bitch.
it's illegal.
I was like, this headline is so misleading. I
Thought it
was
was
like,
going to
what?
be
Is it,
medicinal.
was
Yeah.
it this? And he's like, yeah, that's what it was.
A new report published by American Academy of Pediatrics lists the cardboard box as the ideal gift to give youngsters.
Kids love little boxes and forts and stuff.
And cats.
Yeah, if it sits, I fits. If I fits, I sits. That's what I meant to say.
All right, and this is for the rest of the country. If you don't think the Great Lakes are basically an ocean, right now today we have 20-foot waves going on in Lake Michigan.
20-foot waves.
20-footers.
I had some family
Wow.
in from New Mexico, and
Yeah.
they'd never seen Lake Michigan, and they were shocked they couldn't see Michigan on the other side.
I'm like, you know what? It's because the word great has been so watered down that when they first named them the Great Lakes, great meant something. Like, these are some great lakes. But
Yeah.
now they're like, oh, it's just a great
Oh,
lake,
yeah.
whatever.
That fried chicken is great.
No, it's we have a Bermuda Triangle in Lake Michigan where there's all kinds of sunken ships and
Yeah.
treasure, and they don't realize that
Edmund
it's
Fitzgerald, yeah.
it's bigger than a lot of the seas out there.
Mhm.
So
And just as unpredictable.
yeah, like in it never warms up. When I was in PT school, a girl was like, "Oh, I can't wait. We started at the end of May. Oh, I can't wait to go swimming. You guys want to go swimming in Lake Michigan? I've never been in there before."
You're
No,
not from around
It's
here.
40 degrees in late May in Lake Michigan. That thing's an ocean. No one's going in. You might see people in at the end of August.
And if it is warm, it's probably just piss coming up from Chicago.
Yeah. So, all right, Ron.
Fucking Illinois bastards.
Yep, Fibs. All right, Ron. Thank you very much. Mark, where can everybody find us? Let's do a quick little.
Hey,
let's get
we
a
are
loop
off
here.
the rails. He is Tom. I am Mark, and we are all over this great wide internet. We are on Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram at Off the Rails TM. Our website, offtherailstm.com. Email us. You see a wacky story, or maybe you want to be on the show, or you just want to talk because you're bored. Offtherailstm@gmail.com. This podcast is available on SoundCloud, YouTube, Stitcher.
You know, I should probably let people know that you can use our website. We got the Amazon affiliate programs. You shop like normal. I've been forgetting to do that lately.
Yes, do that,
Yeah,
universe.
go to our website. We do have a website. We don't update it or use it.
If you
but
click on that Amazon ad, we put that there, and then that takes you to Amazon, and anything you buy through that link, that one time you went to Amazon,
they ship
they
your
sh-
product to our house.
they share the proceeds with us.
Yeah.
It's a very generous program that Amazon does to support podcasts.
All right, and go check out ronhasawebsite.com. And thank you very much, universe. We are not good enough.
Thanks for tuning in, universe.